Hey, everybody. So, starting to see a trend that I wanted to address as soon as possible with everybody. So, most of you that had Merced property and casualty, you're quickly coming up on your renewal date of 1/2 of 2020. And what we're starting to see happen, and back up, a lot of you chose to move your policies earlier than that, and this is still going to apply to you. But what we're seeing is that many of you have had your mortgages sold throughout the year, and your old mortgage that was on there last year is no longer the servicing mortgagee this year. And so what's happening is, as these notices of payment and renewal are going out to your old mortgage, they're being renewed, and your new mortgage company has no notification that a policy needs to be paid. And so what you want to do is you want to go through and make sure that if your mortgage has been sold, that you have updated your insurance agent so that we can make sure that the right billing has gone through. Now, the other thing that we are seeing is that last year, this California Fair Plan and the difference in conditions, this was quite new to mortgage companies. They didn't understand it. It was very confusing for them. We spent a lot of time on the phones, and what inevitably happened is that they would get the California Fair Plan and say it was $4,000, and then they would get your difference in conditions policy and it would say $700. What the mortgage companies were doing is they were deleting the Fair Plan out of the system and updating that you now have a lower premium of that $700 with your difference in conditions policy. They did not understand that both of those policies were needed to continue that full coverage for you. So what you want to do is you want to make a phone call out to your escrow department and make sure that they are showing both of your policies in their system to be expected to have to pay. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that you are going to, right after Christmas, everyone's exhausted their funds, you're going to have to come up with an emergency 40% to renew your policy and keep those in force. Nobody's going to want to have to do that. I don't want to have to take 40% from you after the holidays to keep your policy in force. So you want to make sure that your escrow department is aware of that your insurance agent is aware of your new mortgage. And then for those of you who have those granny flats that have that separate kitchen, as you know, it's a requirement for you to have an additional policy through your California Fair Plan. So in those cases, you want to make sure that your mortgage is reflecting every single policy that you had to take out so that we can make sure that that's a seamless process for you. So as always, if you guys have any questions for me, you can reach out at 916-585-8184. But let's try to make this as easy as possible for everybody and capture any of these errors and everything ahead of time. So again, hopefully you don't have to come back. But if I do, if I'm not back, Merry Christmas again, and I will talk to everybody soon.